Alright, I was going to do a bit of singing. Sorry about this. But it's a song that I only wrote a week ago, so it might all go tits up. You never know. We'll give it a go anyway. But this song, yeah, I wrote this because it's something that I believe a lot in. It's a song that draws attention to how our prisoners are being treated in Her Majesty's prison. So there you go. Right. Now here's a little story. Now here's a little story. It might just bring a tear about an unsung hero who nicks all of your gear. Some geezers make a fortune, others maybe not. My old man, he does alright, 'cause he's always on the roll. My old man's in prison for armed robbery. You might think it's well-washed, but he lives in luxury. My old man's in prison, but he don't want to be free, 'cause a life in prison is a life of Riley. The screws are proper friendly, they treat him with respect, 'cause if they diss his human rights, they get it in the neck. The currency is cigarettes, my old man's got lots. In fact, he's got so many that they call him the corner shop. Oh, my old man's in prison for armed robbery. You might think it's well-washed, but he lives in luxury. My old man's in prison, but he don't want to be free, 'cause a life in prison is a life of Riley. There's always lots to do there, the inmates don't get bored, 'cause they got all the luxuries that we just can't afford. They all play Grand Theft Auto, they're really good at it. In fact, that's not surprising, it's the reason they got nicked. My old man's in prison for armed robbery. Though you think it's well-washed, it's a life of luxury. My old man's in prison, but he don't want to be free, 'cause a life in prison is a life of Riley. Now my dad knows a geezer, name of Lenny Lyle. He got done for GBH, he punched Jeremy Kyle. The judge said, "Combo, 200 quid, pay the good man, Len." So he wrote a cheque for 400 quid and punched the twat again. Oh, my old man's in prison for armed robbery. You might think it's well-washed, but he lives in luxury. My old man's in prison, but he don't want to be free, 'cause a life in prison is a life of Riley. Last one. Now when my old man gets out, 7 years today, I'll take him for a pint and a game of four-wheel play. But I know he'll get tanked up, get in a fight, and then he'll get nicked and he'll get charged and sent back down again. Oh, my old man's in prison for armed robbery. You might think it's well-washed, but he lives in luxury. Now my old man's in prison, but he don't want to be free, 'cause a life in prison is a life of Riley. Every day I'm shuffling. Thank you very much. You proper sound.
Oh, well, mate, what can I say? What can I say, eh? That was absolutely fantastic. My old man, the Dustman's never going to be the same again, I'll tell you. All right, over to you, the judges.
I just think you are one talented young man. You really are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, again, you did something different this week. Much more different than what you did before. I think you should write those words down, because you seem to be keeping time far better than Woody does when he does it. So, write them down for him.
Yeah, well done, Mark. You've done a stand-up routine, you've done a rap now you've done a song. And it's very, very original and a brilliant performance, and everyone in here really enjoyed it, and so did we, so well done.